Maybe this live stream is for you. Maybe it's not. Maybe there's nobody on. There you go. But consider this: YouTube drama is costly. What do I mean? Drama with other people, drama as far as the sensationalism, negative in the negative sense. It's costly because you get caught up in the sensationalism of it all. Not to say that every drama and all type of drama, you know, is costly, but I guess, in the negative sense anyway. It's a situation where, you can find yourself, you know, what's going on, Caesar? Appreciate you. You can find yourself having this inflated audience and doing things to pander to, a certain segment of the internet. I love myself too. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, you can find yourself segmented and worrying about the sensationalism, the tearing down of other people, doing it for the views or whatever the case may be. What's going on, Caroline? Appreciate you for coming through. This will make a um, I'll make this a quick live stream. I got you. I got you, Caesar. Much love back to you. But like I said, we don't need to do the homophobic thing. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. But yeah, the whole drama thing that I see people go through and the stuff that people do for views and stuff like that is costly. In the beginning, in the interim and whatever, nobody does my eyebrows, but that's funny. In the beginning, when you have drama, when you have strife, when you have negativity going on, of course, your views go up, people start to watch you, things can happen, folks really get interested into it. But the thing about drama, it can wear people down. It can take over your channel. It can take over your content, especially if you have a cooking channel, or you have a what do you call it? Because I don't want to bring up any wrong examples or whatever the case. Especially if you have like a tech channel or something like that. No, I don't. You're not the first person. You won't be the last person to ask about that. So no, I don't get my eyebrows done. I had a lady actually walk up to me and say that I think you're the only guy on YouTube working with notifications. Um, I'm working with notifications. What do you mean? Oh wow. So other people are not working with notifications. Well, maybe YouTube loves me for some reason. I don't know. They don't. I don't know. It's what it is. But I'm here to talk about YouTube drama. In the beginning, it seems tempting. It seems like the thing to do. Now if you're a drama channel, then maybe this message is not for you. But it's costly even in the long run if you're a drama channel, if you're here on YouTube trying to get the views. The notifications are not reliable anymore. Well, some people will say YouTube is not reliable anymore, but I digress from that situation. We're gonna push that to the side. Um, Notification are broken, but I've been getting all yours lately. Well, thank you, Clyde. I don't know, maybe it's something I do. Just a very quick hello, or 5 minutes. Thank you, Pixie's channel. I appreciate you for coming through. This is just a quick live stream myself. I think I've probably been live streaming a little bit too much, but for the most part, 5 people are here now. One thumbs up. We'll go with that. Right on time. Just what I needed. Thank you, Carolina. Appreciate you for being here. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying right now. I know what other people are saying, but listen to this. What I'm saying is that in the long run, the drama, the backfight, the end fighting, the gossip, the arguing or whatever the case may be, you can never live stream too much. Well, not according to some people, Pixie's channel, but you know, if that's the case, then the 4 or 5 live streams that I did yesterday, count it all up, chalk it up as experience. But anyway, back to the whole drama section. The reason it's costly, is because if your channel is not about drama and you take on drama, it takes control of your content. It puts you in a bad way. You're so worried about getting hot takes and reactions and subscriber boosts based off stuff that's inflated, not real. Based off of online drama or beef. That may not be going anywhere. Keep drama where you don't want it or need it. Well, there's different types of drama. I guess the inspirational drama or the drama of overcoming obstacles or whatever the case may be. But I'm talking for the sake of this conversation, I'm talking about negative drama. You know, things where you're arguing back and forth with people, tearing people down, shaming people, bullying people, things of that nature. It's costly in the long run because while you may what's upside that, while you may get away with bullying somebody or shaming somebody or going for the sensationalism for the time being, people get fatigued with drama. People get fatigued with the bullying. People get fatigued with the gossip. People get fatigued with the division, with the infighting and stuff like that. Yeah, you can caught up. Yeah, you can get caught up in it. Yeah, you know how it is, Lulu. And the thing is, I tell people it's costly because it can divide communities, it can divide people, it can really, make folks, wonder, about, where they stand in certain situations when it should be about creating. It should be about, sound like Pim Monson now, create not hate. It should be about creating, not hating on each other. It should be about a lot of those type of things. If you can't get along with somebody, then block them, don't talk to them, leave them alone, let it be. But sometimes the dramas and different things persist. And one of the things I'll say why drama is costly, whether folks like this or don't like this, is because the things that you do in the midst of that drama, in the height of that drama, don't go away. People remember how you treated each other, how you treated other folks that were involved. How other folks, had to make decisions and were being forced to take sides when they didn't really want to be able to take sides in situations, or when folks just wanted to come on and have a good time and try to get away from that stuff. Or sometimes people use stuff as clickbait, or they want to be offensive, or they want to try to get a rise out of you, or they lurking, they want to see what's happening in the background. The drama is costly because it has real consequences behind it. It's costly because the words matter. Maybe not the beef. If you're not really beefing with each other, those things may not matter. Those things may not be of a big issue because nobody's really coming to get you unless they want to get arrested. But people are affected emotionally by this stuff. There's people who go through things because of the stuff that's done and said by other people, be it through their words, their actions, the lack of it, or whatever the case may be. I've known that when you coming up, as even the old timers know, that they say if you don't have anything good to say, then don't say anything at all. Sometimes that's not the case. I understand people have the freedom to speak and say what it is they will, but they say this is written, life and death is in the power of the tongue, and it really affects people. It really does, go in a different way. And I'm not taking any sides in any particular thing. I'm not even referencing anything going on in the community right now. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm talking about them. I don't want anybody to think that I'm talking about a particular situation. I'm just talking in general. That's why I'm being very generic. I'm dancing around in circles because I'm not in the middle of any drama of any sort, other than what am I going to eat for lunch tomorrow. But what I'm saying is specifically because, I know that this is something that people need to hear, and it's important for the community to understand, that the drama is costly because at the end, it can actually encourage other people, to be hateful and vengeful in the same way. See, you may, all right, okay, no problem, Pixie Channel. It can corrupt a younger generation of people coming up and seeing that, thinking that this is the way to be, to be negative towards each other, or to try to get the hot take, or try to get the gossip, or try to get a reaction. There are young folks that are watching us. So when we go for the drama, when we go for the jugular, when we go for the negativity, there's young kids out there. And I know personally because on my live streams, I have young kids that come out and watch and whatnot. What's going on, Danny Anderson? It's a Rome thing. Appreciate you for coming through. The drama is costly because it doesn't take us anywhere. It only takes us to a negative thing. Barbarism begets barbarism. Conflict begets conflict. War begets war. In all forms, shape, fashions, or whatever. Drama just spreads, can become like an infection, can be cancerous to a community, to a site, to a platform, to a society of people, whatever the case may be. It's like Gandhi said, when it's an eye for an eye, it just makes the whole world blind. And when I see stuff like that, I speak on it regardless if folks like it or don't like it or care for it or don't care for it. The drama is costly because nobody wins in the end. We all lose. We all suffer from the negativity that's being put out there. Well, I'm Danny Anderson. You're not going to keep it positive all the time. Everything is not sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes it is hard to get up and face the world on a cold day, as in the words of Tupac, or whatever the case may be. But what does that say about us as humanity, as a society, when we take the drama, and these, if we, especially if we bring it online, we have technology that people from generations past, societies that are long gone, would love to have used, and sometimes the things that we use it for. Oh my God, I just popped up a savage pimple and I cleaning the Windex and said, well, that's what it is, drone worship. You popped a major pimple. There's drama there. I guess that's good drama. Hopefully, you drone worship that real good. You know, killing with kindness never fails. Well, sometimes, you know, but I look at it this way, Rome. This is just to the youth. This message is to the youth. I'm not trying to speak to anybody that's grown, that's an adult. A lot of folks out there know what they're gonna do, what they're not gonna do. I was trying to call sticks and stones or rhyme. Words can't hurt you. Yes, yes, they probably could. I'm speaking more for the young kids out there, for the 13-year-olds. For the people that are gonna be the next YouTubers. Not to say I gave up on the adults or anybody like that, but I'm letting the youngins know out there. Folks, that are 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and all that stuff. Let them know that you know this is not the way to be. It's not the best of us to feed into the online negativity and the drama and whatnot, while the hot takes, while the gossip, while the like the trolling and clickbaiting and all that stuff may seem cool in the short term. In the long run, it hurts you because it goes to the credibility of your character. But male trolls pay so well. Yeah, they probably do. They probably do. But I get you. I get you. You're trying to be funny there. Now, but on a serious note, like I said, I just think it's costly, and this is my opinion. Like I said, I don't fight for anybody to believe, what I'm saying. You believe what you wish. I just believe that we don't get anywhere, by, increasing the negativity. I mean, some people may feel as if, it's beneficial for the short term. The young minds need the knowledge of the old folks to be guided the right way. Yeah, well, some of the older folks ain't really doing what they're supposed to do, but, we'll leave that alone. I'm just speaking for me and what I'm saying and whatnot. Did you just ask me to be serious? No, I did not ask you to be serious, John Worship. I'm saying on a serious note, but what I'm saying right now is just that it comes to a point where, just to be a voice of reason. Remember, you're such a joker. Yeah, sometimes I'm a joker. I don't know. It just comes to a point where I just want it to be said out there that the beef is costly in the long run, because that's not what we really come here for. A lot of us. I mean, there's, whatever drama, whatever negativity exists, on this platform, that's not what all of us about. Yeah, I probably just missed the reference. I'm not gonna lie to you, drone worship. I'm tired. I'm having tea. I'm just really talking to elucidate and get the thing out there. Postulate my words. In the way that I do. Why so serious? Yeah, yeah. I get it. I get it. I get it, drone worship. I do. I do. Why so serious? Actually, just why so tired? To tell you the truth. Yeah, I've done so many live streams. Had a long day. I got a vlog that I didn't even edit, but that's another story for another time. This right here is just about the drama, the negativity that exists. It's costly because at the end of the day, it divides people. It spreads like a cancer. It puts people on edge. It lets people, become more, like, paranoid, not trusting, and whatever the case may be. It hurts creativity. The drama hurts creativity. It hurts collaboration. It hurts, the spontaneity of things. Has been there since the beginning of time. Yeah, it's been there since the beginning of time. But at the end of the day, it is, up to those that want to bring light to fight against it, to, push to, have a light out there in the world, or to be a light in the world, to, have a positive vibe, and a real positive vibe, not this fake positive stuff, not, spin around 3 times, 10 times, or do something, or whatever the case may be. I seen the romance run live stream a few nights ago because of trolls. Well, I'll tell anybody a quick note to those folks sitting on these live streams crying because of trolls. You know, you forgot to click your heels. Yeah, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. To folks out there, crying over the trolls and stuff like that happening, I'm sorry that happened to you, but at the same time, you got to remember something. And this is not to play devil's advocate for the trolls. Anybody that gets on this platform or any other platforms, you have to be cognizant and realizing that you put yourself out there to be exposed. You put yourself out there to be a target. Not to say it's fair and it should happen, but you have to remember the moment that you step out in a public way, people are going to have something to say. Oh my God, it blew my mind. And emotional to get over you too. Yeah, you got to have the tough skin to make it. Yeah. Just suck it up. Yeah, you can't be a buttercup, but at the same time, while you can't, well, you can't be a buttercup. It's not right for people to attack folks and stuff like that. I tell folks when it comes to this YouTube game, when it comes to these YouTube streets out here, if you really can't handle it, you shouldn't be on a live stream. You shouldn't be uploading. You shouldn't be out there trying to, like influence people in a positive way because it can really come back to bite you, just with different things that are going on. So you gotta remember, it's really a situation where you have to be realistic with yourself. If you really can't handle it, maybe you should do something else because you're not going to get the world to sit back for you or coddle you and treat you the right way and whatnot. And this is not to knock anybody. I'm not saying I condone bullying in any type of way, shape, form, or fashion. But at the same time, if you know you're going into a hostile environment, you have to get ready for that and prepare for that. If not, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. That's why I keep telling these people that cry, I get upset. They create their own drama by showing weakness. I mean, there's nothing wrong with showing weakness. I mean, if I cry a tear, shed a tear on it, then I keep it moving, shake it off. I just wanted to say, stop by chairs. I'm taking. Sometimes they need to be talked about. Yeah, no, it's like that. Wax and Dubs, it's definitely like that. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate that. I get it. People show weakness. It happens, but you should be able to bounce back from that. You're weak, Mel. You're weak. I am. I am drone worship. I am weak. I'm weak. I'm weak. I'm tired. And please, whack, bro, straight whack. Well, since I'm whack, I need you to contribute to my greatness. Please help me drone worship, please. Feed off the emotions so I surround myself with like-minded people and ignore the others. For me, positivity is the key. Well, besides that, I try to pay attention and listen to everybody that I need to, even the negativity. I see it, I hear it, I take it in, and then I just, release it as it needs to be. Tired, you never listen. You're always like Drone Worship. He's a character. That's funny. That's funny, Drone Worship. Ever the jokester. Sometimes you got to turn things into humor. When the negativity comes, you can't just sit around, wondering, and hoping things will get better. Sometimes you have to turn that frown upside down. Sometimes you have to, really put a positive spin on it. Sometimes there is no positive spin. YouTube guru, here's what's your question. I don't know if I'm a YouTube guru, but that was funny. No YouTube guru here. Just a man sitting here live streaming, talking in the middle of the night. Talking about drama on YouTube, of all things. People may not want to hear it. I don't know. Um, Always taking self credit. Always talking about me. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, Lulu, sometimes you have to walk away. But, when you come into an environment and you know that these things are possible, and you know that it may be something that's said that's sensitive or really hurtful to you, or there's a possibility to say that, you have to temper yourself. Sometimes being on a live stream every day, or being on a live stream with certain people, or being on certain types of live streams may not be for you. Everything isn't for everybody, even here on YouTube. Just because you may like people or you may want to hang around them doesn't mean those folks are for you. Doesn't mean you should be on that live stream. Doesn't mean you should be a part of that community. No matter how many people say they love you and support you or whatever the case may be. We're having a rough day on YouTube. I just listened to David Bowie and Queen and I was listening to Under Pressure. Under Pressure, pressure down on me. Yeah, but yeah, Lulu, it's just like that. I mean, I think sometimes we can be a little bit naive about the drama and the ability for it to come for us, and should it be us or why me or whatever the case may be. I hit you with the Richard Pryor question. Why not you? Why not you have the drama? Why not trolls come after you? What's so special about you to where nobody can say anything negative towards you? The question is, how do you respond? That's what people are always looking at when it comes to the drama and whatnot. And I tell people a lot of times you have to be careful how you respond or to respond. And if you do respond, own up to your response, keep it moving, and just go to the next video. Really, shake it off, address it, do what you got to do. Okay, I go to wreak havoc on another stream. I'll be back. Okay, drone worship, appreciate you. Um, I'm gonna, I'm gonna, yeah, I was gonna make a bad joke. I'm not even gonna say that joke. Sometimes it takes others longer to figure people out. Well, here's the thing about that, Lulu. A lot of times you really don't have to figure people out. It's just understanding the behavior of people, just knowing not to put anything past anybody. Yeah, I've had to learn that and had to keep being reminded of that. You don't put anything past anybody. Anybody is capable of anything at any time. Once you know that and understand that, you'll never be disappointed. Not to the extent that you may have once been, not knowing that. Put nothing past anybody at any time. I tell you folks, don't put anything past me. I don't care how nice I seem. I don't care how good I come off. You know, anything can happen. Anybody can change. Anybody can switch. And why do I say that? Because we're human beings. Sometimes how we respond to drama trolls is critical. It's a big part of how things will turn out. Yes, Rome, this is true. And a lot of times, people don't realize that you have to control your emotions when you're here online anyway. Because people look for the reaction. People look for you to be trolled. People look for you to feel some type of way. And the reality is, there's nothing wrong with feeling some type of way. There's nothing wrong with expressing emotion and feeling a sense of anger, frustration, or whatever towards drama, things that may come your way. But the question is, will you sit there and become a participant? Because the first time you can only be a victim once when it comes to drama here on YouTube, when it comes to one particular person, or a group of people. But after that, you become a participant. So do you participate in the drama or do you walk away? Do you engage in it? Do you make it something? Or do you just, keep it moving? The choice is yours. Mm. But a lot of people probably don't know that. Forget that. You know, I mean, it's really a situation where you modestly self-efface and be honest with yourself, about what's going on your platform or the company you keep, the people that you have around you, whatever the case may be. And when you don't do that, you do yourself a disservice. When it comes to the YouTube drama, you know, uh, the worst lies are the ones that we tell ourselves about that drama, that as if the drama happened and it's just going on because somebody did something to us and we didn't see a part that we played in it. A lot of times people see drama and they don't think about the part that they played in the drama. They don't think about the part that they participated with. How I respond. That's the same comment. And I'm not trying to condemn anybody. But the reality is that it takes two, to tango. The drama, persists, and exists because two people or two entities or a group of entities chose to go at each other and continue it. Somebody has to be the bigger person. If you want the drama to fade, if you want it to go away, to be squashed or whatever the case may be. And the truth is, sometimes people don't want it to be. But you own up to that. If that's what you want it to be, then that's what you want it to be. But don't make any games about it. Don't pretend. If you want to distance yourself from people or do things, hurt other folks or whatever the case, own up to it. That's what I'm saying. And like I said, I'm not speaking to anybody in particular. I'm not referencing any situations. There's no innuendos, none of that. Even though the timing of it may seem kind of suspect, it's just something that was on my mind, you know. So that's what it is. Mm. Yeah, it's good tea. Mm. So, is there any questions? I'm waiting. Yeah, so I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. Maybe you have some views on them. Maybe you don't have some views on them. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. Also, too, for the people that are in my live stream right now, I encourage you to check out my last 3 live streams. They're pretty good. I was out there, doing what I got to do. For those people that's just coming in, um, yeah, YouTube drama is costly because of the negativity that it can inspire. the cancer that it can spread, the lack of creativity, that can, be produced because of it, just the division, the gossip, the paranoia, you name it, oh yeah, the economic cost of it. We want to talk dollars and cents, the economic cost of you possibly losing your channel because you're engaged in infighting, people not watching, folks not being interested, people looking at your channel and seeing how it's taken over by drama, different things that can happen. Now, some people can maintain it. Some people can have their drama over here. They can have their business over there. They can do that. But the thing is not to let, the personal things seep into what you're trying to do here on YouTube. If you can be creative, have disagreements or, you know, um, disputes with somebody, then so be it. That's just really what it is. But for the most part, you just try to keep it civil as much as you can, if you can. For those folks that are into the drama, that love the drama, like I said, this live stream is not for you. Carry on until I guess you go on into oblivion. I don't know. But there's some folks that make a living off of tearing each other down and stuff like that, and that goes on for a time until people get weary, until people get tired, until people get fatigued of it. Maybe they never do. Maybe it's just a situation where you're in the Coliseum and folks is just tearing each other apart until there's a new set of competitors. I don't know. But for the most part, what I say with it is just as a whole, as a society, as a platform, it doesn't help us, in any way, in any shape, in any form. You know, I thought this was something that was really interesting to talk about, and the timing of it may seem coincidental, but I was already talking about YouTube drama, what beef is, and all that other stuff, and other live streams. This is a continuation, and there'll be other things that I talk about with this. I think I'll talk about in my next live stream the aspect of the public shaming, the public shaming of the drama, beef, bullying, and stuff like that. That might be the next one that I talk about. Not in my next live stream, but the next time I talk about that. Do you think the drama increased in you crew in general after live streaming became popular? Well, besides that, I think that did have a part of it that did spike a little bit. I do agree it has. Was there drama on YouTube beforehand? Yes. But with the advent of live streams and people being able to, give their opinions, their hot takes, their gossip or whatever the case, right then and there, for people to be able to get a live reaction out of somebody on a live stream, yeah, of course. It is increased that ability to have that negativity, but it's also on the other side has given people, cause to say, you know what, I can show love to you as well, right then and there on the spot. So I think, it's probably a combination of both, you know. You just have to decide, what side of it you want to be on. You want to be on the drama, the negativity, or do you want to be, with the side that's lifting folks up, or just being creative, or doing your thing, or you know, um, just trying to promote your business or whatever it is that you're doing. I think a lot of times the drama comes because people forget, why they're on YouTube, or what they're doing, what their place is. Sometimes, we want to be popular or befriend people or be a part of certain communities more than we remember to be, on here to promote whatever ideas or things that we're trying to do. And then there's some people on here who come for the negativity, who just come straight for the negativity. There's some folks on here who don't care. They would rather watch, people's channels just go up in flames. They rather watch people get, banned and deleted and shamed and mocked and trolled and ridiculed and all kind of things. And I will speak on that. I definitely will do a whole live stream about that. That has its consequences as well. And it's kind of sad, but we live in that era. Because I think there's a lack of accountability. There's a lack of yeah, confidence. And I see Cap 7 there. There you go. There's a lack of how can I put this? There's a lack of account. Yeah, I guess I can say accountability. There's a lack of a checks and balance. People can get online and say and do the most negative things and hurt people, and there's really no consequences to it. Yeah, maybe a lack of maturity and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not trying to single anybody out or nothing like that, because I know there's probably some ex-girlfriends on there or whatever. They think I may be talking to them. No, I'm not talking to you. So we'll leave that alone. But anyway, it is a lacking of decency, a civility, that people are allowed to get away with, or a lack of communication skills, that allow people to think, I can come on here, I can say and do what I want, and then people translate that to real life. And that's why the drama becomes even more costly, because then people think that they can take the things that they do online and bring it into the real world. I won't let his memory down as a problem to see that just keeping it. Well, it happens, Kev. It happens. It happens. But the thing about drama, it's important not to participate in it. Even as tempting as it may be sometimes, it may be tempting for us to participate in the drama. It may be tempting to respond to, a comment, a video, a live stream, that somebody's done. I've done it myself, and I've never felt so small as when I've actually, called myself trying to get involved in the drama and whatnot, So I encourage people against it, as much as hard as it is sometimes. Now, if somebody says something about you personally that you have to address, then you address it. But, going back and forth and having a drama or beef about something, it doesn't, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I hear you, Cav, but it's tempting. It's tempting, and I'm speaking from myself, personal experience. I'm just saying I've had issues and things where, you see stuff and it's tempting to go back and forth with a person and let them know how you feel and, show them who the boss or, you're not going to be one up. You're not going to embarrass me. But at the end of the day, you could wind up looking like a fool, by calling yourself trying to respond and one up the person and say something clever or witty or funny when sometimes you could just come off sounding childish, and it doesn't really get anybody anywhere. Your channel could be something that's uplifting, or it could be about tech reviews, it could be about cooking, it could be about automotive things, it could be about something that's really, inspirational, or it could even be a comedy channel. But the thing is, you don't want to find yourself in that drama lane or that vein. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, that's if that's what the case is, Cal. That's what you got to do. You got to lift the folks up. But I tell people, just be wary of that stuff because the kids are watching. If you don't care nothing about what I'm saying, anybody that's in the chat, anybody that's lurking, anybody that has the thumbs up, thumbs down, if you don't care nothing about what I'm saying, what's going on, Brown Dwarf, understand that when it comes to drama, when it comes to negativity, these children, these young generations, these babies, they are watching. They're watching. And if it's not explained to them, if they don't understand the concept of it, if we just let it happen and don't check it and don't say nothing and nobody speaks up about it at all, then what happens is these youths, these youngins grow up or go through the world thinking that this is the way things are done, that you can get online and say and do whatever the people, regardless of whatever the consequences are or aren't. And it's sad if we that's the type of world that we're going into. It's sad if that's the type of society or generation we're ushering in. And in a lot of ways it is, In a lot of ways that's, what folks allow to happen. And, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, while time is here, it still exists, that there's hope, that there's promise, that there's potential. Because this is what this live stream is about. It's about those babies out there. It's about those folks that are young, impressionable. It's about those folks that are weak and or voiceless and don't have any, hope, understanding that this is not the way it's supposed to be. I see albums in gentrification guys, so how's reaction respond? Yes, size that, and that gap needs to be closed. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't. I don't know specifically at this particular juncture in time, but by the time being, you try to hold it together and let these folks know that this is not the way it does, uh, on your antenna. On your antenna. There you go. People with brain trauma, bad days, everyone's blind. Well, yeah, Cap, not everyone is blind. Not everyone is blind. But at the same time, you know, we got to remember how we treat each other is a reflection of how the youngins will treat each other as well. You know, like I said, people watch. People watch. Hey, good morning. How am I, Fat Boy? I'm just tired. 4:40, Fat Boy. I'm just tired. And on that note, I'm gonna call it a live stream. I appreciate you folks for watching. Hopefully, what I was saying made some kind of sense to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If you disagree, that's all okay. That's all good too, as long as we can be civil about it. Because the truth is, those folks that disagree with me, I could turn around and argue your point for you as well. Yeah, um, yeah, it's about going to higher ground. You know, always remember everything that we do. These kids are watching. These babies are watching. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Thanks, size that.